predictability. The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world confusing me. Clouds as mean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to.
Hi everyone, my name is Erica and I'm a Creative Encounters STEM instructor this summer. I'm so excited to be here with you today. I'm a veterinary student and my favorite subject is biology. So today we are going to learn a little bit about animal biology. Does anybody know what these animals have in common? If you said they all eat plants, then you're right. Do you know how to tell the difference between an animal that eats plants or an animal that eats meat? If you said teeth, then that's also correct. So as you can see, I'm going to pull out some specimens for us to learn, and I'm going to look at the mandible, which is the bottom part of the jaw. And so this here is actually a sheep skull, and the sheep mandible we're looking at, we're going to focus on the teeth here. So animals that only eat plants are called herbivores, and herbivores have these flat teeth which they grind plants on. And that's how you can tell that they only eat plants and that they're considered herbivores. And I'm going to pull out a carnivore skull as well. So this is a dog skull and mandible. And as you can see, there are some pointy teeth on this mandible. And these two teeth on the front are actually called canines. And you can tell that this is a meat-eating animal because of these pointy teeth. So why don't we take a minute and run your tongue over your teeth and see whether or not you can find any pointy teeth.
I do.
Great. So that means that you likely eat meat, or that your teeth are equipped to handle meat. So because we have both pointy and flat teeth, that means that we are equipped to eat both plants and animals, and that considers us omnivores. So a fun fact is that animals such as rats and horses actually have continuously growing teeth and require the action of grinding their teeth to keep them nice and short. Another fun fact is that a lot of people think elephant tusks are considered those canines that we talked about earlier on the carnivore jaw. And in fact, because elephants only eat plants, you know that they're an herbivore, which means that those wouldn't be your canines, they would be the other type of tooth called incisors. So let's talk about why we eat. All living beings require energy, and that energy starts with the sun. So plants will take energy from the sun, and they will use a process called photosynthesis to create their own food. And that makes them what's called a producer, because they can create their own food, and that's pretty cool. Then animals will come along and eat this plant, and they are called consumers. So the energy from the sun will then be transmitted into the plant and then to the animal. So we're going to talk about apex predators. And apex predators are animals that are never hunted, and they are at the top of the food chain. So humans are considered apex predators, as well as animals such as lions, eagles, alligators, and so on. It doesn't mean that they do not contribute to the food chain. When these animals die, their bodies are actually decomposed by what are called decomposers. And that can usually be bacteria and microorganisms. And what happens is they break their body down into nutrients, which goes into the ground to then help your plants grow, which continues the whole circle of the food chain.
My name is Tatiana, and I am a Creative Encounters STEM instructor, and today we're going to be talking about our bones. Bones inside of us provide us with the support and help to form our shape of our body. If you were to hold a bone, you would notice that they are very light in weight. Bones are still strong enough to support our entire body weight. Bones are really cool because they protect all of our body organs, such as our heart, brain, and our stomach. A fully grown adult has about 206 bones in their body. However, when you are born, you have around nearly 100 more, which is 300 bones. The reason why the number of our bones in our body decreases over time is because they eventually fuse together to become larger and stronger bones. Fun fact, the strongest bone in our body is actually our femur, which we have right here. Can you guess which animal this femur is from? If you guessed cow, you're correct.
Woo!
We have our bones, but you might be wondering what holds them together. Well, ligaments, which are bands of strong elastic tissue around our joints, connect our bones together. They also give our joints support and limit their range of movement. Muscles are super important in our body as well. They help us to do many things from chewing our food to helping our heart beat. They attach to our bones with tendons and connective tissue. Tendons serve to move our bone or bone structures, while ligaments hold these structures together and keep them stable. Another important structure of the body is our skull. Our skull is a set of bones that make up our head and support the structures of our face and forms a protective area for our brain. As you can see here, we have a sheep skull.
Hi, my name is Jack. I'm one of the STEM instructors here at Creative Encounters, and today we're going to be talking about the brain and how it helps you move and lots of other fun things that you do every day. An animal's ability to hunt, eat, and run are a few of the most important skills it needs to survive, and this is all not possible without the brain. The brain is one of the many components of the nervous system, which is what allows your body to move, your eyes to see, your ears to hear, and many other things you do every day. To get a better understanding of this, we're going to be looking at a real specimen of a dog brain. The first structure we will be talking about today is called the brainstem, and it's what connects all the nerves in your spinal cord to your brain. Your spine is full of long nerves that travel from your brain to different parts of your body, like your arms and legs. Your brain and spinal cord make up your central nervous system, or CNS for short, and all of the nerves that branch off of your spinal cord make up the peripheral nervous system, or PNS for short. Your brain communicates with your arms and legs and other parts of your body through nerves, which are cord-like structures which connect your brain to all of the areas of your body. These nerves use electrical signals to send information from your brain to different parts of your body and from different parts of your body to your brain. When your skin is touched at a specific location, the sensory nerves send information back to your brain, telling it where your skin was touched. This is actually only the left side of the brain, and it controls the right side of the body. And the right side of the brain would control the left side of the body. By this, I mean that when you move your right arm, the signal sent from your brain telling it to move came from the left side of your brain. For example, when you touch something with your left hand, the sensory nerves at that finger send a signal which starts at the finger and travels up your hand and all the way down your arm to your spinal cord. Then it travels up your spinal cord to the right side of your brain because it started at the left side of your body on your left hand. Motor nerves send information from your brain to areas of your body like your arms and legs, signaling them to move in a certain way so you can walk, run, or perform any other physical activity. Speaking of moving your arms and legs, the structure that controls movement and coordination of movement is called the cerebellum. The cerebellum is actually twice this big, but we cut the brain in half so we could see both types of matter located on the brain. This white structure in the middle of the cerebellum is called the arbor vitae, and in English, arbor vitae translates to tree of life. It was named this for its tree and branch-like appearance that you can see right here. Notice that the brain has two distinct lighter and darker colors. The light, as in the lighter color here, and the darker color here. This is because the brain is composed of two different types of matter, gray matter and white matter. The arbor vitae is composed of white matter, and white matter's job in the brain is to send electrical information from the cerebellum to different parts of the brain, and from different parts of the brain to the cerebellum. Gray matter, like you see here, is what stores information, allowing your brain to remember how to perform skills like walking and running. And since the arbor vitae is made up of white matter, it sends information to and from the cerebellum, sending motor signals to your limbs, telling them to move, and it also receives sensory information from the body, which tells your brain that you have been touched at a certain part of your body. This same information is also sent to the biggest part of your brain called the cerebrum, and it's located all along here, and it's largely made up of gray matter. The cerebrum is the part of your brain which decodes the electrical signals from nerves located at different parts of your body, including your skin, ears, and eyes. So you can make decisions on how you want to move based on what you feel, hear, and see in your surroundings. As I mentioned before, the brain is divided into two halves, the left half being here, and we would see the right half right here. The corpus callosum, which is a white matter tract located right here, is what connects the two halves of the brain. Like the arbor vitae, which is the white matter structure inside the cerebellum, the corpus callosum is made up of entirely white matter. And its function is to send information between both sides of the brain, allowing both sides to communicate. And nearly all of the communication between the two sides of the brain happens right here at the corpus callosum. Your brain has specific left and right sides, so it can separate functions like moving the two halves of your body. This is how your brain coordinates movement on both sides of your body, allowing you to run, walk, and perform many other full body activities you do every day. On behalf of everyone here at Creative Encounters, we hope you all enjoyed this video and learned something about animal biology. And we're really happy to announce that this is the first of a series of educational videos we're making this summer. So please stay tuned for those and stay safe.
Everywhere